We're pleased to introduce the next presenter. This is Abstract 6502, Global Impact of a Clinical Informatics System, Scalable Delivery of On-Time Access to Evidence-Based Multidisciplinary Expert Treatment Decisions for All Cancers. And this is presented by Dr. Badwe and colleagues.
Thank you, and good morning. To start off, my name is Pramesh, and I will be making this presentation on behalf of my colleague, Dr. Badwe. And over the next 10 to 11 minutes, I hope to explain what the initiative that we've had of a scalable delivery of an on-time access to evidence-based multidisciplinary expert treatment decision for cancer in India. So no conflicts of interest with relation to this talk. My objectives today are to suggest that while cancer moonshots are great, they are highly unlikely to completely tackle the growing burden of cancer worldwide. I also feel that the cancer burden will substantially reduce by making optimal use of strategies which are available today rather than looking for newer and more expensive, probably less accessible drugs. And towards this, health services initiatives, such as what I'm describing now, will have a crucial role to play. Advocating that we probably need a cancer earth shot rather than a cancer moonshot. So just to give you an idea of the burden that we face, this is the potential burden for cancer in India by IARC. The current incidence stands at 1 million new cancer patients diagnosed annually, but it is projected to increase by nearly 70% by 2035. We also know that by 2035, 70% of all cancers will occur in low and middle income countries, and this is a burden that is impossible to ignore. We have inequitable access to healthcare. I mentioned that we have 1 million new patients annually. The total number of oncologists to treat these 1 million new patients is being touted at anywhere from 1,600 to 3,000. So we don't have exact numbers. But just to give you an idea of the scale which we are dealing with, at the Tata Memorial Center, we register 39,000 new patients annually, and we do this with 160 physicians. Just to give you an order of magnitude which we are discussing now, our sister institution, the MD Anderson Cancer Center in Texas, registers 33,000 new patients annually, and they treat them with close to 1,600 physicians and researchers. And even with these meager oncological expertise that we have, the distribution is quite skewed, and I'll illustrate this in my next slide. As you can see, in the south and in the west of India, the cancer facilities are far more than what it is in other parts, including the north and the northeast. So this is a heat map of 75,000 patients who visited the Tata Memorial Center last year, who were geo-mapped according to the location and where they came to the hospital from. So for those of you who are not aware of the location of Tata Memorial Center, this is where we are located. So this can be explained, this rather dense population can be explained by the fact that we are the largest, closest tertiary cancer center. What's startling is the lack of migration of patients from the south and from the west of India. What's more disturbing and even more startling is the large number of patients that we see from the north and the northeast of India, frequently traveling over 2,000 miles and often over 2 to 3 days to access care at the Tata Memorial. So towards this, about 5 years back, we created the National Cancer Grid. From modest beginnings of about 14 centers which created this network, we currently stand at 110 major cancer centers, research institutes, patient advocacy groups, and charitable organizations across the length and breadth of India. Between these 110 centers, we treat 600,000 new patients annually, which, if you relate to the annual incidence, is approximately 60% of all of India's cancer burden. The mandate of the National Cancer Grid was to have uniform standards of patient care for prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of cancer, to provide specialized training and education in cancer, and it could also be a ready platform to facilitate collaborative, multicentric cancer research. So I'll describe just two of these initiatives which looked at eliminating these disparities in cancer care and access. The first, which is the NCG Virtual Tumor Board. I will not go into this in much detail, but for those of you who are interested, this is getting presented at the annual conference of the CDC in Atlanta later this year. I'll restrict the rest of my talk to this other initiative, which is a collaborative initiative between the Tata Memorial Center, the National Cancer Grid, and Navya, which looks at bringing evidence-based expert treatment decisions to patients across India. So what does Navya do for patients? It gives them the right of access to the best minds in cancer. Practically anyone, anywhere in India can go online, probably not just in India, as I'll illustrate a little later. It provides a low-cost concierge service, which helps patients clarify their treatment questions in under 24 hours. And it provides a consensus multidisciplinary tumor board decision in language which is easily understandable for patients. So what does the expert app provide for physicians? It provides systematic decision support. It gives patient information in the form of structured case data, patient preferences, literature, and experiential knowledge. It facilitates a very rapid review even on smartphones, and it provides a multidisciplinary collaboration online, thereby generating an experiential knowledge base. So this is an example of the kind of structured data that we see. As you can see, handwritten clinical notes, mammography, PET CT scan, PACS images, unstructured scan reports, all being converted by the Navya analysts into this form of structured data, which incorporates clinical, imaging, pathology, and organ function. At the end of this summary, the Navya system also provides a range of options which are available, which are evidence-based and experiential-based. So the expert who's providing a multidisciplinary opinion, all that they need to do is to actually choose from one of these, and if they have to add anything, there is a provision for free text in the comment section as well. So we validated this in a few studies, both retrospective and prospective. The first of these was presented at the SABCS in 2014, which demonstrated a 98% concordance between the system output decisions and the tumor board decisions. We further validated it in two distinct subsets, one in India, including 161 patients, where there was 100% concordance between the system output and the online expert, and further validated at the UCLA in the US with 145 patients, which showed a 97% concordance between the system output decision and the online expert. So very briefly, this is how it works. The patient uploads reports of their scans and images in unstructured form. The Navya analyst looks at patient preferences, looks at resource constraints, goes on to send this data onto an evidence engine and an experience engine, which then provides a structured case summary and a treatment recommendation, which is then passed on to the expert app, who reviews this information, and over a period of a few minutes is able to provide an expert online opinion, which is then fed back into the patient in a layman's language. Some of these processes are automated, like the creation of the structured summary and selection of evidence, the selection of experts, and the learning process. A few are manual, which converts the raw text into structured documents, and so on. So we wanted to look at impact of what this system was providing. And having established concordance between best evidence guidelines and real-world decisions, we felt that the next step was to actually look at whether patients who felt comfortable enough to share the Navya decision with their treating physicians and oncologists. And coming from a rather paternalistic doctor-patient relationship, this was a concern that we needed to address. We also wanted to know how often the Navya decision was followed for patients who sought them. So this was a prospective impact assessment. All patients who received an expert opinion report between July 2016 and March 2017 were included. A telephonic follow-up was used, and we deliberately kept the quest survey very simple, just two questions. First, whether the expert opinion report was shared with the treatment provider, and if the treatment received was what the Navya recommendation was. So just under 11,000 patients were registered from over 40 countries, 22 of which were from developing countries. 3,284 patients received a treatment decision through simple language reports. The remaining close to 6,000 patients had questions which could be answered reliably through a system-generated evidence and experience-based information. The median turnaround time from the time the question was posed to the expert and the time it was fed back was 24 hours with a range of 1 to 3 days. We had 914 patients to whom the survey was administered. We had a response rate of 90%, probably due to the fact that it was a very simple survey. It was telephonic. It didn't take a lot of time. So we finally had 824 patients and just under 1,100 decisions made on these patients. 72% of patients felt comfortable enough to share their expert opinion with their treating oncologist, and this was particularly encouraging. 78% of patients who received the Navya treatment decision actually had the final treatment based on the Navya recommendation. The remaining 22%, the reasons for non-implementation was either a change in ECOG performance status, organ function, or resource constraints. So patients felt comfortable with informed decision-making with the treating physician and oncologist. They did receive evidence-based treatment, and the treatment decisions suggested by Navya were followed in the majority of patients seeking it. So this, we believe, provides a working model of clinical informatics and how technology facilitates the optimum delivery of healthcare in resource-constrained settings. We have demonstrated that the Navya system provides multidisciplinary, evidence-based expert opinions online within 24 hours to thousands of patients across 47 countries. Navya can help maximize outcomes for patients without ready access to expertise. And we feel that health informatics directly impacts patient health outcomes on a global scale by standardizing evidence-based quality metrics, learning from experience across expert centers globally, and considering patient preferences and constraints. So in conclusion, clinical informatics solutions can be a meaningful aid for optimum patient care. Timely expert second opinions are feasible at scale. Informatics-based expert opinions impact cancer treatment in a real-world scenario, and it has the potential to transform cancer care provision in underserved areas globally. Thank you very much for your attention.